Do you have high turnover? Is your onboarding process seamless and meeting the just-in-time requirements? Is your technology ability linked to onboarding? Are you able to control access to systems and rooms with mandated and required training? Have you thought of your onboarding and just-in-time training? eConsulting has a solution that will decrease the time requirements for onboarding and just-in-time training. Time is the essence when training staff or assisting staff with learning about a product or procedure. Reduction of time requirement and getting training to a user faster with less effort is most companies' objective, as well as increasing the return on investment. Using technology with training. eConsulting's Access on Demand allows employees to use their personal or a company-issued handheld device to access training. By using a QR code that is placed on a device or product, employees can scan the code and get access to the training content immediately. This allows an employee to take the training while in front of the object being trained. This also allows the employee to have hands-on, real-time demonstration. Access on Demand will also allow new hires during the onboarding process to perform self-paced training while a manager or supervisor can track their progress. How does Access on Demand support online learning and onboarding? With compliance regulations and onboarding of new employees of processes and procedure, eConsulting's Access on Demand is real-time and is an integral part of assuring compliance regulations are met and documented. Managers, supervisors, or compliance officers have the ability to report in real time for audits or documentation. New procedures or machines can be introduced and reduce the amount of staff augmentation time for new or current employees through integration of content and machine. Steve works for a manufacturing facility. Medical Devices has just purchased a new machine that will increase the production and quality of the orthopedic devices. Steve is the first to be trained on the machine so he can be an expert to assist others. Steve's manager, Bill, is also excited about the machine but has major concerns about GXP requirements and reporting. Using the company's recently launched Access on Demand as part of their learning management system, Steve was able to successfully complete the required training by only scanning the QR code on the machine. Bill saw the completion of the training immediately after he completed it. Since Steve completed it, he was immediately given a badge on his transcript as completed. Access on Demand can assist with controlling access in other ways. eConsulting's Access on Demand can be integrated with a company's door access point software. Required training for employees to enter a room, building, or other secure areas can be integrated to validate that an employee has completed all the required training to have admission into an area. This completion of training could be the only factor, or could be segment of what is required to be completed for the system to unlock for admission. Steve is required to enter a controlled area that does research and requires training on machines and sterilization requirements. Steve has been assigned the training to complete so he can access the lab. Steve takes his employee badge and scans the reader to enter the room. His access is denied. He receives a message with the required training that must be completed to enter the room. In addition, his manager has received a message that he was denied access to the room because he has not completed the required training. Steve's manager contacts him and requires him to complete the training. Steve sits down and reads the documents and completes the training. He then goes back to the lab and scans his badge and is provided access to the lab. eConsulting leads the way with GXP validation and compliance. eConsulting's Access on Demand is the latest technology in ensuring compliance, processes, and real-time training are being met. Access on Demand can be integrated and kept in GXP validated state. Access on Demand allows for real-time checklist and ability for employees to take training while observing a machine or product. Access on Demand reduces the onboarding time of new hires and supports a faster staff augmentation. Access on Demand provide real-time reporting to managers and supervisors. Access on Demand can be integrated to control access to rooms or buildings to assure that breach of compliance and validation are not happening by managing locking systems of doors. Find out more about us at www.econsulting.co.